welcome to part 60 of the Kicho Wong Dong series. As this is number 60, I thought we'd do something a bit different, a bit special. So we're going to take a bunch of blocks and add a theme. What is that theme? It's the 4 basic blocks in backstands. So for example, I've already covered the inside or outside, also known as the side block, in a tutorial earlier, and I've covered the 2-hand block in backstands, which is the Fuko Sansumaki, and I've covered Yuk Jin. So as I've covered those before, please watch those videos for a longer breakdown of how to do blocks in backstands. But for today, I'm just going to go through it quite quickly because the differences are quite easy. So what are our 4 basic blocks? Low block, high block, in to out, out to in. I'm going to skip in to out because, as I said, I already covered that in the tutorial. But looking at the low block, the main difference is that the low block in front stance, shoulders are square, and low block in back stance, shoulders are pinned back. And the feeling I tell my students is your back is against the wall. We're in that Hukal Jasa stance of 70% weight on the back leg, 30%. You're still looking forward, your block is still going at the same angle, you still pull the Dangi Sung pulling hand back. This time you're pulling it back far enough so someone in front of you could not see that hand. And you would do this walking backwards. So a classic example would be someone is doing a snap kick towards you, you step back and block before you think about your counter, whatever that is. So that's the low block. I'm going to go straight to the out to in now, because we use this all the time in our 1 steps. You'll see this in technique number 9, number 13, bunch of techniques use this out to in back stance block. And this is a very fundamentally used technique in training. So again, you would do the out to in, you might follow it on with a back fist in a combo, but also you do this out to in back stance as a roundhouse is coming towards you. So that is the out to in back stance, and again, use it all the time in class, probably without even thinking about it. The one that is a bit controversial is the high block. Now, the high block in back stance is in our manuals and is in the basic techniques, but for me, the shoulder position makes it very uncomfortable, and I'm also not able to see in front of me. So I've never done a high block in back stance in any class, any form, but when I was taught high block in class, I would use the back of the wrist, the Sumuk Jun. Now, I'm not going to go into that in too much detail now, but we always did the rising wrist block for the high block every time, and we never did the high block. So if you do the high block, fantastic. Let me know how it works for you. It might just be my shoulder that stops it, but I've never done it, and I've never taught my students that if we do a high block in back stance, it's always the rising wrist block instead. So thanks very much for watching this video. Again, a little bit different, but basically all your blocks that you do in front stance can be done in back stance, but they're not often covered. But again, you see them in forms, you see them in 1 steps, and you definitely see them more in free sparring. We tend to block a lot more in back stance than front stance. So something to think about, something to train, and till next time, Tang Su.